was like, do you love me or not? Head is spinning and it don't know when to stop. You said forever, baby, did you mean it or not? Hold on, hold on. Give me a red, baby, but I still get the message. Instead of lines, 3 dots, but I can connect them. And if it ain't right, baby, you know I respect it. And if you need time, just take your time. Honey, I get it, I get it, I get it. Way you got me all in my head. Think I'd rather you in my bed. Whatever it is, you know I can take it. I'm counting the days, how many days till I can see you again. Till I can see you again. I'm counting the days, how many days till I can see you again. I'm counting the days, how many days till I can see you again. Blowing kisses like will you catch 'em at night? Cupid with arrows, babe, I'm just shooting my shot. If I could get in, drop me a pin, hopping up and come over. Don't wanna be friends, just in the skin. I wanna get closer and closer. The way you got me all in my head. Think I'd rather you in my bed. Whatever it is, you know I can take it. Counting the days, how many days till I can see you again. Till I can see you again. Till I can see you again. I'm counting the days, how many days? Till I can see you again. I'm counting the days, how many days? Till I can see you again.
Evening. I hope we are all well tonight. How are we doing? Have we had a good evening? Have we all had our din-dins? Have we all had a nice din-dins? And we're all relaxed, all ready for the evening, ready for this show, ready for the chaos to begin. Is that what we're ready for? Are we ready for more chaos? Are we ready for more announcements? Are we ready for more signings? Are we ready for more news? Are we ready? Let's go, La. Let's go, La. How are we all doing, my rebels? How are we all doing? I'm glad you like that tune, Oliver. I'm glad you like that tune. Bit of a banger in it. It's the new one by Justin Bieber. And this is it's called Daisies, and it's DJ Press Play Remix, just in case you want to get it. It's there on SoundCloud. Bit of a banger, so thought you might like it. I hope we are all well, and I hope we are listening to lots and lots of news from everybody all over the world. And we have our ears to the ground because we want to know what's going on. What's going on? What are Liverpool doing? What are the other clubs doing? Is anybody going to touch us? Are we going to win the transfer window? Are we going to win the transfer window? Or have we already won the transfer window? I ask you all. And like I always start a show, shall we see something funny? Shall I show you something funny? I'm just waiting for someone to drop 5 memberships because it's about 4 minutes in and someone normally drops 5 memberships and I normally miss it and then I have to come back 20 minutes later and talk about it. If you're going to drop 5 memberships, do it now so I can talk about it right now before I go into a funny. No, okay. Let me show you this because it's funny. It's really funny. Is that not funny? Is that not one of the funniest things you've seen? Oh, does that not make you laugh? Does that not make you laugh? See no trophy, hear no trophy, speak no trophy. Isn't that hilarious? Oh my God, someone's dropped the memberships. I knew it. I knew it was coming. I could feel it in my waters. Peter, you are an absolute legend. Absolute legend. Thanks, Peter. Really appreciate it, mate. If you've now become a member, put the W's in the chat for Peter. Put the W's in the chat for Peter. Absolute legend. Guns in the air. Or guns out. Peter. Brilliant stuff, man. Brilliant stuff. Big up, Peter, as always. YNWA. I know, I've just done it. I've just done it, mate. I've just done it because I've just missed it, because I always do. Apologies. I'll tell you what, Peter, just for you, I'll give you another funny. I've got another funny here. Hang on. Just for Peter, I'll give you another funny. What about this one? Is this a funny? Is this a funny? Oh, Isaac's face has been removed from the Newcastle club shop. Oh. Oh, should we be laughing at it? I don't know. Should we be laughing at it? Should we be laughing at the fact that they've taken Isaac's face down from the club shop? Should we be laughing at it? I don't know, but I am. Oh, Peter, you're an absolute legend. Thanks, mate. Well, you know what? That 20 euros is going towards my new Liverpool kit. It's going towards my new Liverpool top when they finally release it. Amazing. Thank you, Peter. And I will wear it with pride, and I will let you know that you donated towards it, buddy. Isaac isn't done yet. Why is the thumbnail? Ooh. Well, you haven't heard the news then, have you, Luke? You haven't heard the news. And we will talk about that, because there's been a lot of information that's been dropped about Isaac, and I think it's a done deal. IndyColor's not my source at all for this one. IndyColor is not my source at all for this one. So let's dig into some stuff then, yeah? Should we dig into some stuff about Isaac right now? Okay, so first of all, we can post this one, because this was from the Chronicle. According to Chronicle Live, the 25-year-old was involved in media duties for the new kit and posed for photographs and videos alongside his teammates, but was then left out of the club's promotional material on Tuesday. Look, read the tea leaves or whatever you want to do. Like, I don't know. You want to read the tea leaves? I don't know what you want to do. But if the guy isn't in any of the promotional stuff, and he was in the promotional videos and photographs, and Newcastle have taken him out of them, do you think he's going to be a Newcastle player? I'll ask you that question, chat. I will ask you that question seriously. Yeah? If he was in the photographs that they had taken and the video footage for the promotional videos, which means He's wore the kit. He's been in the video. He is their most sellable asset. He is their most marketable player that they have in their team. And they have removed him. They've taken him off the wall at the Newcastle club shop. And they've removed him from the videos and the photos, which have now gone online. Does that tell me that he's going to be a Newcastle player? I'll ask you that question. Does that tell me he's going to be a Newcastle player? I don't know, but I think the writing's on the wall, and there's quite a lot of stuff which is now going around. And my source posted a really cryptic message at 6 o'clock this evening, which I will show you, but I won't show you the source, but I will show you. And he's been right about everything, absolutely everything. But first of all, I've got to do another massive thanks to Oliver James. Big up, Oliver. Thank you so much for the memberships. Another win in the windows. Another win for Oliver. W's in the chat. W's in the chat for Oliver. Massive, massive thanks. Appreciate it. He will photo shoot with us. Ooh, yes, he will. And he's also an Adidas player. He's an Adidas player. Because Newcastle wear Adidas. Why would Adidas want Isaac to wear the Adidas kit of Newcastle if he's going to wear the Adidas kit of Liverpool? Because he's going to make them a lot of money, especially when he wears it. They will sell out. No shit, Sherlock. I'll tell you a crazy thing. Okay, I'll tell you a crazy thing. Did you know that Mbappe's gone from wearing the number 9 to the number 10 shirt at Real Madrid? Would you like to know why? He's gone from wearing the number 9 shirt to the number 10 shirt. Because they made millions and millions of people going out and getting Mbappe number 9. And now they're going to make millions and millions and millions again of people going out and getting Mbappe number 10. I wouldn't be surprised next year it's Mbappe number 11. And then maybe Mbappe number 8. Like, seriously, like, absolutely ridiculous. That's the most ridiculous thing, honestly. All about money, all about marketing. Pathetic, absolutely pathetic. Seriously, that infuriates me if I'm completely honest. To do that, like, how much have mums and dads paid for kids to get Mbappe number 9 on their shirts, and then a year later he goes, I'm going to wear number 10. Seriously. So, nobody's patient. Nobody's got any patience tonight. Really? What are you saying? I'm calling it now. Adidas Friday. Isaac will be unveiled in a new shirt. Might even be sooner. All right then. 14 minutes in. Am I really going to show you all the goodies? 14 minutes in. Am I going to show you all the goodies? 256 of you in here. Am I going to show you all the goodies? No, I'm not. So let's have a look at some more stuff. Let's have a look at some more things. Okay. What should we look at? Okay, so first of all, we'll look at some stuff on the Newcastle side. Sources close to negotiations over Sesko currently rate Newcastle as the most likely destination. Benjamin Sesko will sign for Newcastle. Newcastle are going to pay whatever they want. It's been confirmed. Like, they're going to pay whatever they want. Okay, this guy is going to be Isaac's replacement. Okay, that is a fact. All right, so Newcastle are going to get a deal done, and it will be done very soon. Maybe even tonight or tomorrow. Okay, that's going to be a very quick transfer for obvious reasons, because they don't want to get ripped off. Because they know if Isaac's sold and all of the money is being announced, they're going to get absolutely ripped off for anybody they try to sign. So Liverpool are letting them get Benjamin Sesko done. Also, Johan Visse has gone on strike now. So they're going to push for that transfer. That's probably going to cost 35, 40 million. So they're going to have two strikers in very soon. Paul Joyce is back. Tyler Morton, potential move to Olympic Lyon. Really interesting, because I think Lyon sold one of their midfielders, so they need a replacement, and that's an interesting one because I think he fits in perfectly well. He's a really good player. I think we'll get a good bit of money for him. And isn't it really interesting that we're also linked for Malik Fofana, who has turned down Everton? I wonder why. Watch this space on that deal, because that might have more involved in that deal than we think. Also, I did mention that Liverpool are interested in Barcola. This was yesterday. Richard Hughes, massive fan of Barcola. Michael Edwards, massive fan of Rodrigo. And Rodrigo's agent has been informed to contact British clubs now over this move. And we've also got a rough idea on how much he's going to cost. How much he's going to be paid in wages. Just in case you didn't know, Liverpool have identified 87 million rated dream target to replace Luis Diaz. There's a problem. It's Bradley Barcola. And that's from ESPN reporter Julien Laurens. Okay? Richard Hughes is a big fan of the French international. Okay? Not from me, from other people. Okay? Also, Fabrizio Romano, done. Luis Diaz is a Bayern Munich player now. And that's the update on Rodrigo. Real Madrid star instructs agent to contact Premier League giants over move. Price has been reduced to under 80 million. However, Real Madrid are looking for add-ons, but the price will be under 80 million. Also, this is a fantastic move, by the way. This one's gone completely under the radar, by the way. So Will Wright is signed for Liverpool. He's done his medical. This has been announced by David Ornstein as well. Arsenal and Manchester City all agreed terms with this player, and he's chose Liverpool. Like, I don't think we understand the sea change here. And I know it's only a 17-year-old kid, and I get it. It's just a 17-year-old kid. But it's the fact that he's chosen us over Arsenal and Manchester City. It's huge. It's really, really big. When kids are choosing our academy over their academies is a big deal. It's a big deal. Honestly, you really need to respect this one more than people are. They're just like, he's turned down Gary Neville for a start, because Gary Neville owns Salford City, so he's turned down Gary Neville. So the guy deserves a medal anyway, and he's turned down Arteta, and he's also turned down playing with Pep and Linders. That's all I'm saying. Like, kid's already a hero in my eyes. Like, absolutely. But a 17-year-old who's got a hell of a lot of talent already, has come into our academy for 200 grand, by the way. 200 grand rising to 400 grand. It's a good deal. It's a good deal. Oh, big up for the memberships. Big up LFC John. Really appreciate it, mate. Thank you very much. Let me just put some more W's in the chat, and so should you lot, especially if you became a member of John. Get them in the chat. Big up, John. I'm just pressing buttons randomly now. Hang on. How do I stop? What's that? Femme is in talks with Getafe. Yeah, I know. We're in talks with a couple of other clubs. Yeah, I know. I mean, I think one of them will happen eventually, but it's not FSG Group really. It's Junior Maud and Paolo. I can't remember his name. The guys in charge of the multi-club model. They've been looking at various clubs. What else have I got for you? I've got this one as well. I wanted to put this one in there because it's interesting. So Inter Milan have now improved their bid for Ademola Lookman. And the reason why I'm putting this in is because once he's gone to Inter Milan, Atalanta are going to sign Chiesa from us. So there's a merry-go-round again. This guy needs to leave the club, and then the money then gets put on Chiesa. So don't be surprised if Atalanta take a look at Chiesa. But I will also say, don't be surprised if Atalanta maybe take a look at Darwin Núñez as well. I'm just saying, Darwin Núñez could also be one to watch with Atalanta. It's not being reported anywhere, but my source has mentioned it. He's one that they have their eye on because it never got closed with the other clubs. They never got to that magic number. Also, a couple of other things. The Nike sign's going. Changing of the Nike sign's going now, so it's going to be the Adidas sign soon. I'll look forward to that. Definitely looking forward to the merch. This one's cool as well. I don't know why, I just thought it was cool. They're all big lads. Like, Liverpool has a lot of big lads in it again. Land of the Giants. I think it's really good. Is that true? Wow. Pep Guardiola has officially become the first football manager in history to spend over $2 billion. Jesus Christ. That's insane. Yeah, I know, but the money, the price is getting reduced on Darwin. The price will get reduced on Darwin. Liverpool are reducing the price on him. What else have I got for you? This one. Actually, I'll show you this one because this is cool. So this is what's her name? This is Linda. Linda's Instagram feed. For some reason, she keeps on like releasing stuff that she's probably not supposed to. But you can see Virgil and Mo in the new Adidas training gear, which they're probably not supposed to. She's probably not supposed to be sending that picture out, but she has, and it's got them sat in the new training gear, which looks mint, by the way. It looks absolutely mint. Look at it. Look at that training gear. That is mint with the stripes. Yeah, so basically, she's already leaked the new training kit. She's done this a few times with those posts that she does. So see what happens with that. But yeah, she's leaking information that she's not supposed to. I also wanted to bring this up as well because I know a lot of people talking about Canate. Canate had an interview with LFC TV, and he said these words. It's up to us to beat them now, and for our part, we also want to retain the league title we won last season. Last season, we came back with a new manager, and he had a great idea and told us before the start of the season what it would take to win the Premier League title, and we just followed what he told us. And in the end, I think we had a great season. Canate wants to do it again, okay? I know there's a lot of people saying 50-50 with Canate. I think it's much higher now. I think it's 80-20. I really do. I think it's only a matter of time with Canate. He's been offered a new deal. He's getting paid a lot more money in this new deal. I think it's just going to be a case of getting this one done. I also wanted to show you this because it's funny. So, let me switch this over. Why has that done that? Why am I there? Okay, anyway, we'll do this anyway. So, on the topic of signing big strikers, here are some interesting facts about Victor Gyökeres. Okay. In his last season at Sporting, he scored 39 goals. He only scored 2 of his 39 league goals last season against teams that finished in the top 4, and one of them was a penalty. Okay, these are just numbers, all right? These are just numbers. In fact, he scored 14 of 27 non-penalty goals against teams finishing in the bottom 4 of the league. Of his 39 goals last season, 12 of them were penalties. And his international record looks impressive. And then you realise he got 4 goals in one game against Azerbaijan and also playing the likes of Slovakia and Estonia, where he gets penalties there for his country too. He's actually got 15 goals for his country, and 4 out of 15 came in one game against Azerbaijan. So I think we were right not to go for Gyökeres, because Gyökeres is basically a flat track bully. Arsenal haven't really had a problem with scoring against crap teams. Like, they haven't. That's not the problem with Arsenal. The problem with Arsenal is beating the teams that are in the top half, and also beating the teams that they always have draws against. Like, always have draws against them. Like, if they're signing Gyökeres to score penalties, so what? Like, they score penalties. So That's all I'm saying. Like, so I thought I'd bring that up as well because it was funny. It was funny. My head disappears still. No, I don't know why that's coming up there. Okay, but it is. All right. Wow, there's 400 of you in here. Wow. Wow, did someone drop a has someone raided me? Have I been raided? No. Okay. Well, 400 of you in here. Amazing stuff. Hit the like and subscribe, please, if you haven't. This is a subscriber only show as well. So subscribe and then you can write in the chat and we can get involved. All right. Let me replace this. Let's get to the. Do you want to see the meat and veg? Let's get to the meat and veg. Come on. Let's get to the meat and veg. All right. All right. Let's get to some meat and veg. Okay. So. March 13th, Isak is such an important player for Newcastle. He is an unbelievable threat. He has the speed that, for example, the attackers of PSG had on Tuesday as well. What does that say? That's Arnie Slot talking about Isak already. Back in March. Yeah. Talked about him after the cup final. Talked about him before the cup final. Talked about him being similar to the speed of the attackers of PSG. PSG and Newcastle are the only teams that did us dirty last season out of competitions. PSG knocked us out on penalties. Newcastle beat us in the cup final. Slot does not forget. He's signing the players which basically had the edge over us. And Isak's one of them. Isak's a unicorn. Absolute unicorn of a player. Like, he's just one of a kind. So where are we going with Isak, yeah? So let's have a look at some of the information that's come out. Okay, so first of all, we had the information that hang on. Okay. So first of all, we had the information around Benjamin Sesko to Newcastle. Yeah. Telegraph reports that Newcastle now favourites to land Benjamin Sesko from Leipzig. Yeah. That means they're ahead of Manchester United in the race. Now, the only way this could happen is Sesko had guarantees over playing time. Those guarantees would not be there if Isak was remaining at the club. This is a fact. Okay? There was talk of Newcastle wanting to play 4-4-2 with Isak and Hugo Ekitike, of course, before the Frenchman joined Liverpool. But we're not sure about Sesko-Isak attack. Doesn't make sense. Just doesn't make sense the way he plays. So, this was then announced shortly afterwards. And now they want to do it again. Liverpool are eager to sign Isak from Newcastle, and it would certainly be a club record transfer. In the likelihood, this would break the British transfer record too. Sasha Tavioli, who's been on point all season, said that Liverpool think a deal could happen at 120 million, which would break the record. Newcastle, though, are understandably making things difficult. They don't want to lose Isak, who has been their standout player since arriving. However, Isak wants to move, resulting in him being absent from pre-season. Now, a major sign that the deal will be done has jumped out. Liverpool are looking good here. That is from Yahoo Sports. Okay, that's from Yahoo Sports. I'm building up to it. Okay, I'm building up to it. Yahoo Sports. Okay, shall we follow what Sasha Tavioli's been talking about? Shall we follow him? So let's have a follow of what Sasha's been talking about. Newcastle United continue to insist Alexander Isak is not for sale, as reported on Monday. The Reds are set to make an opening offer of 100 million. Told you about 100 million. Been telling you about 100 million for weeks. I've been talking about 100 million for weeks, and everyone's been going, nah, never going to happen. Oh yes, it's happened this week, which is 50 million less than the Magpies' asking price. Although the Merseysides are confident they'll seal the deal for around 20 million plus add-ons, Lewis Dale is among the several reliable journalists who have indicated that the 25-year-old very keen on joining the Premier League champions. And then he was absent from their kit release video. Okay, this has happened. What's that? Another super chat. So pissed off. I want to buy the new LFC top on day one, but I'll have to wait until Ekatike's number is announced. And he's axed, mate. Big up for the super chat, buddy. Big up for the super chat. Okay, got more for you. I'm building up. The tension rises. Okay, where are we at? Where are we at now? So we've got more updates. We got more updates. Where are the updates from? Okay, more updates from Sky. Alexander Isak has made his choice. He wants to join Liverpool Football Club. While the Reds will begin their official discussions with Newcastle in the coming hours. Have you noticed it's gone from days to weeks to hours? Have you noticed it's gone bup, 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 bup? Now we're in hours. Next it'll be minutes. In the coming hours to inform them that a written offer will be placed on their table shortly. This is from Sky. This is from Sky, okay? This isn't me. This is Sky, okay? I haven't just grabbed this from nobody. This is from Sky Switzerland. Sky Switzerland have this, okay? In the relationship with the Magpies, the Reds have planned a fairly simple strategy. The objective as which to establish an initial dialogue to understand which would suit the Saudi leaders in Newcastle in order to obtain an agreement. Once the discussions began, Liverpool sports officials are expected to send an offer of around 100 million to probe the intentions of the Blacks and Whites and fully begin negotiations. We all know that Michael Edwards went to Saudi Arabia. Did he go for Alexander Isak? And I'm thinking the answer is yes. Yes, he went to see the Saudi owners because the only people that make the decisions at Newcastle are PIF. They're the only people. The people who say yay or nay at Newcastle are PIF. It's not Eddie Howe. It's not his brother. It's not whoever they've got in charge at the time. That's the reason why Ashworth left. That's the reason why Mitchell left. It's because everything has to get signed off by PIF. I reckon he's gone. I reckon he's gone to Saudi Arabia and asked PIF months ago. Look, we really want Alexander Isak. Like, if the player wants to come and we give you a big enough offer, are you willing to sell him? And they probably said, we've got issues with PSR, yeah. Or we don't want to keep a player that doesn't want to be at the club. And he clearly doesn't want to be at the club. He's rejected 3 contracts. I've already shown you that information. There's over 425 of you in here. Big up. Massive thanks for tuning in. Hit the likes and subscribe. And if you want to become a member, become a member. It's absolutely popping on this channel right now, memberships. And drop me a chat if you're a new subscriber. Let me know, let the chat know, and we'll all welcome you in to the family. There's big community here now. Okay, Liverpool and Newcastle are demanding 150 million. Liverpool know that Newcastle are demanding 150 million pounds, but they believe they can complete the operation at around 120 million with performance-related bonuses. I told you 100 million. I told you we're getting Isak for 100 million cash. I said it all along. Honestly, we're going to be signing Isak in total for about 130 million in total with bonuses. Madness. Honestly, Newcastle 200 million, 150 million, up to 130 million. Liverpool is 100 million. Cash, go and spend it wisely, and we'll give you another 30 million in add-ons. Job done. A specific meeting is planned between the clubs in the next 48 hours in order to find the clear intentions of the club located on the banks of the Mersey. This was a day ago. This post was a day ago. How far behind do you think the media are? They were a week behind. I'm just saying, they were a week behind Wirtz. They've been a week behind everybody. Liverpool are ahead of this game. Liverpool have already signed Alexander Isak. I'm telling you, it's done. It's done. This deal's done. This is so close to being announced now. I reckon this could be announced on Wednesday. I'm not kidding you. Like, he could be doing the Axeline by the weekend. Like, this is done. This is done. And that's why I say done deal. And I'll show you one more thing. And this is the guy that has basically given me everything all season long. Like, all season long, he's been bang on the money. He has been bang on the money all season long. I'll give you one post. 5:50 p.m. today. It's Alexander Isak time. That's my guy. He's been right about everything all season long. And he's from the Middle East. Which is where Newcastle owners are. He's on the money. And you can talk about the other guy, by the way. Like, you can talk about Indy Kalle and you can talk about all these other guys. And that's fine. Like, they've all got information and they're all interesting to read. Like this one, we can talk about this one. You can take the mick out of it if you want. It was 3 hours ago, by the way. Liverpool close to agreeing a deal to sign Alexander Isak from Newcastle 3 hours ago. Everyone can say he's close. Everyone can say this. But that's confirmation for me. All we need is a here we go. But that's confirmation for me. This is from Graham Bailey. Liverpool preparing a record offer of Alexander Isak as he begins to force the issue at Newcastle. LFC have informed Newcastle they are willing to pay more than 120 million. It's 130 with add-ons. So it is more than 120 million. What else have we got for you? And we can look at this. Indy Kalle's put some stuff up. Information coming from close sources. There's a civil war. Players feel disrespected by Isak. Senior players want Isak sold. Certain players are on Isak's side. Bruno Guimaraes is on Isak's side. 100%. Some of the big players are on Isak's side because they want a big move. Why would they go against a player that's got ambition? The club has not got ambition. I've done this rant already. Like, I watched 2 Newcastle shows today and their own fans have got no excuses. Like, they're arguing between themselves because they're sat there going, oh, I can't believe he's leaving. And then the other guy's going, why would he stay? Like, he's on 30 grand more than Matt Target. Like he asked for a new contract and he deserves a new contract. Like, he should be getting paid 250 grand a week as a minimum because he is a star player. He is the guy that scores all your goals. He's the guy that's won you so many games when you've been absolute dog toffee. And even the Newcastle fans know it. Newcastle fans know that their team has been absolutely dreadful in games. for a number of years. But Alexander Isak finds a way. He finds a way to score a 40-yarder past Alisson. He finds a way to win a final. He finds a way. And that is it. And that is it. Like, if you've got a guy like that in your team and you turn around and go, nah, we're not going to give you a pay rise, mate. Even though he had verbal agreement that his contract would be looked at in 2 years' time, and if he hit all his quotas, then he will be given a new deal. And he was promised that the club would sort out their fucking training ground at least. They haven't even sorted that out. Like, they're supposed to be the richest owners in the world, and they haven't even updated their training ground. It's still a shit show. He was told the stadium would be revamped, the training ground would be revamped, they would get 2 to 3 Champions League quality level players in every season. No, they haven't done that. He's been let down. Unfortunately, and this happens a lot in football, the player has outgrown the club. The ambition of the player hasn't matched the ambition of the club. And guess where he's going? He's going to an ambitious club who are signing the Galacticos. And it's hilarious because Trent left to go to the Galacticos and Liverpool became the Galacticos. Bon voyage. Bon voyage. What have we got? I got loads more for you. Don't worry. Don't go anywhere. Loads more for you. Right. So this was more from Tavioli. Sky Sports Switzerland alleges that Liverpool intend to initiate talks in the next 48 hours. Written offer has been submitted. Everything's been agreed. He's getting about 250 grand a week. That's the contract, 5-year contract with a year extension. 54 goals in 86 games, playing for Newcastle. Like, the mind boggles. The mind genuinely boggles. 54 goals in 86 games for Newcastle, who don't do shit in games. Like, they are not an attacking team. They play such isolated defensive football. Can you imagine him coming to Liverpool and Mo Salah just putting crosses and passes on a plate, and you've got Punez smashing them over the bar, and you just got Isak just, oh my God. I'm going to have an heart attack thinking about it. Like, honestly, like, hold on to your hats. We're about to sign a unicorn who is 25 years old. A 25-year-old unicorn. Like, we've just signed a 22-year-old unicorn in Florian Wirtz. Because if you don't think Florian Wirtz is a unicorn, then I don't know what football you've been watching. Because the guy can do anything. The guy's got 4 different ways to hit a free kick. Like, he's got 4 different ways to hit a free kick into a net. We've got unicorns all over the park. Literally. Unicorn goalkeeper, unicorn defender, unicorn midfielder, unicorn attacking midfielder, unicorn right winger, and then a unicorn striker, like, and possibly a unicorn manager now. Like, honestly, like, it's like a Tolkien fantasy novel, Liverpool next season. Like, just turning the pages. It's just fantasy. Like, are we living in this reality? Like, what are we doing? Honestly, it's just mind-boggling, and it's absolutely mind-boggling how we've managed to just work the money. Show me the money. Like Jerry Maguire, like, oh my God. I mean, Richard Hughes is like Jerry Maguire with teams. Bayern Munich, show me the money. Oh, there you go. It's 65 million. 65 million for a 28-year-old who's going downhill now. There you go. Show me the money. Kwanzaa. OnlyFans account. OnlyFans player. There you go. It's 35 million. Show me the money. 193 million. 193 million Richard Hughes has made in transfer sales. Are you absolutely kidding me? Can you name any players that he sold that were any good? like, the only player that he sold that I think was really good was Queven Gallagher, and he was the cheapest one. Every other player he sold, I'm like, okay, like, big deal. Like, what? 35 million for Fabio Carvalho? Yeah, cheers. Cheers. Absolute madness. Like, we literally have wizards at the club. We have wizards in charge. Madness. The second coming of Michael Edwards. But pause. And I wanted to show you this because this is hilarious, yeah? So you've got all of the rivals shitting and pissing themselves everywhere, just falling in their own verbal diarrhea, yeah, falling down the toilet, like literally ringing up their clubs, trying to get players contracts rejected because they want Isaac, and they're just waffling shit, yeah. Oh, he's never going to Liverpool. Why would he go to Liverpool? What do you mean, why would he go to Liverpool? Like, why wouldn't he go to Liverpool? We just won the league. Like, absolute donuts. And then I thought, I don't know what, everybody's whinging about like how much we've spent and how we can afford wages. Shall we just look at Arsenal's? Because people seem to think Arsenal don't pay high wages. Well, I can see quite a few players there that shouldn't be earning as much as they're earning. Like, do you think Zinchenko should be on 150 grand? Like, what about Reece Nelson? Like, how did he earn 5.2 million? Like, he's stealing a living at being a footballer. Victor Gyökeres went in at 200 grand. I'm just saying. Apparently, Florian Wirtz is on 190. Maybe Arsenal should be doing better negotiations. I don't know. But Gabriel Jesus, who's played about 4 games in 10 years, is on 265,000. He was on more money than Virgil van Dijk. Did you know that? He's on more money than Virgil van Dijk at Liverpool his entire career. Like, he was earning more than Virgil van Dijk for his entire career so far until this new contract. Get that in your head. Like, literally make that one compute. Gabriel Martinelli, 180 grand. He's 22 years old. Ben White, 100. Like, how did Ben White get 150 grand? He came from Brighton. Like, he was probably on like 20 grand at Brighton. Anyway, just going to show you the money because the money's there. Like, Liverpool paying some big wages, yeah, but who are we paying wages for? Who are we paying the wages for? So our highest paid players are probably 2 of the best players on the planet in Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk. Big deal. And then what? Who's going to get the 250 grand under that? Maybe 300 grand. Well, it's probably Isaac. Well, he's a 25-year-old absolute unicorn, one of the top strikers in the Premier League in the last like 3 seasons. Yeah, you probably do pay him 300 grand. You probably do. Well, you're paying Victor Gyökeres 200 grand and he's done jack shit in the Premier League. Ever. Like, he was a flop at Brighton and got shipped off to the Championship, and you want to give him 200 grand. Fair play. You do that. Fair play. Because phase 10 is going to work out very well for you. And Kai Havertz, 280 grand. I've just lost the way to speak. I can't speak anymore. I don't need to, do I? And do we need to just show you this again? Do we just need to see this again? Do we just need to see this graph again? Really? 264 million net spend. Net spend, 264 million. In between West Ham and Forest since 2020. Houdini. Like just doing it the right way. So what I wanted to cover now is I wanted to have a little dive into I don't know, maybe our team next year. Maybe our team next year. How does that look? How does that look? How the hell does that look as your team next year? Do you think the opposition would be pooing their pants? Do you think they'd be pooing their pants with a lineup like that? Wirtz, Ekitike, Isaac, and Salah. Absolute shit the bed merchants everywhere. Like, how do you even defend against that? How do you even defend against that? Like seriously? Like, is there a way? Like, is there a way to stop one of those from just murdering your ankles, murdering your kneecaps, like twisting you inside out? Like, madness. Feels illegal. It feels like you've got the editor mode on Football Manager, where you paid the extra 15 quid to be the editor, and you've just made people disappear and then just moved them into your club. Honestly, like, I don't even think you can do that in Football Manager in real life, because I don't think Isaac ever gets sold from Newcastle, like, in the game. Like, I bid up to 260 million and they've still turned me down. So I just gave up. Sometimes you can get Wirtz, but he cost a lot. But you can't get any of those players. You can't actually sign them. You certainly can't sign them in FIFA or FM25, because you have to wait a couple of years so you've got the money. But that's nasty. That is just pure nastiness, isn't it? So what I wanted to look at is BBC, of all places, did a tactical dive into how Liverpool will play Ekitike. Because Ekitike is signed, and he is a Liverpool player, and they've talked about how we'll fit him into our team. So I thought I would show you this. I also thought I'd show you this as well, because this was pretty interesting to see. So if we sell Canate, I'm not saying we are, but if we did, then that's another 60 million. But if we did Nunes, Elliott, Tsimikas, and Chiesa, that's a potential 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95. It's a potential 100 odd million. And that's not even at like the high prices, because they're euros. So I just wanted to put that in there, because Liverpool still have a lot of money to come in. And if you look at the net spend already and everybody that we've signed, we've only spent 116 million. So yeah, if we go and do Isaac for 130 or 100 million plus 30 million add-ons, then we're still only in like the 200 odd mark, 220 million mark. And then you've got a Guehi, and then potentially a Rodrigo or a Barcola. I've already talked about Rodrigo today. I've also talked about Barcola. So still plenty of money. Still plenty of money to spend. Let me just share the tactical dive on on Ekitike. So I wanted to show you this. So this is the attack and sequence involvements. This is in the Bundesliga. And if you look, you've got Florian Wirtz with 73 shots and 60 build-ups to shots. And obviously they're the chances created. And then you've also got Hugo Ekitike with 107 shots with 26 build-ups to shots. Ekitike had more shots than Harry Kane. So the guy is not afraid to have a pop on goal. And to be honest, he was used predominantly as the main target man in the second half of the season. So I find that an interesting one. And then they basically looked at where he plays, where he could play. So Ekitike has competition for all 4 separate forward positions. That works. Have you noticed? I just wanted to bring this one up. This is on the BBC website. Have you noticed they have Isak at Liverpool? They have Isak at Liverpool in this formation. This is on BBC Sport. Like, why would you do that? Why would you put Isak in the team? You're putting Isak in the team. You haven't put Guehi in the team. You haven't put Rodrigo in the team. BBC have put Isak in our team as a number 9, fighting it out with Ekitike. I just want to put that out there because this was released today. And look, I get it. People are like, oh no, we haven't done the deal because we haven't announced it, blah, 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 blah. We probably haven't announced it because we want Newcastle to not get fucking ripped off for about 7 billion quid by Sesko. So we've probably given Newcastle time to go and buy their strikers before we announce it. And then the other teams will go, oh, okay, yeah, well, we got good money for him. But we didn't get to rip them off to the amount of money that we wanted. If we go and give them 100 million, Sesko's going price will be 100 million. And that's not fair on Newcastle because we're taking their best player. We've also took Ekitike as a player they wanted before that. And we'll be getting a good deal for him. So we're probably giving them the option to get their strikers in before we announce it. And that will be soon. I reckon Wednesday. But BBC have put Isak in the team. Just saying. Anyway, so they've said that he could potentially be a forward for all positions in the 11, in the 18, right wing, left wing, attack and midfield, and also number 9, because Ekitike can play right across the park. Then you have this formation. Isak's still there, by the way. Isak's still in the team. Ekitike inverts as dual 8s in the De Bruyne Silva mode. Now that's an interesting one. So Ekitike inverts behind Isak as the striker. And they haven't put a number on Isak, by the way. I'm just saying, his number isn't on the shirt, but he's in the team. That's another formation that they posted. And then there's another formation. There's a couple which I do like, actually. There's this one. I think that's the one. Salah right, Ekitike left, Wirtz centre, where Wirtz and Ekitike can swap positions. And I'll show you why. Wirtz and Ekitike could rotate positions. And also Ekitike and Isak can also rotate positions because they both like to drift left. And I'll show you in a minute. So that was another interesting position. And then you've got this one, which is also a real saucy one as well, where you've got Isak right up front, but then you've got a really tight 3 in Salah, Ekitike and Wirtz, where they could dovetail, they could interchange passes, and then you've got Frimpong and Kerkez who could just bomb on and provide the front 5, which we've talked about. Sorry, the front 6, which we have talked about, this front 6, potential front 6 mode, where your Frimpongs and your Kerkez provide your width, and then you've got your front 4 of your number 9, who they've got as Isak, Salah, Wirtz, Ekitike, and then you've got your McAllister, Gravenberch, Canate and Van Dijk as your box, it could work. I do like the look of that as well. And then I wanted to show you this. Ekitike's open play touches. What does that show you? What does that show you? That shows me that Ekitike could actually be a wider player. He could be involved in build-ups. He could play left wing, right wing. Ekitike's got the whole lot. He's another unicorn. He's another Alexander Isak. But Isak's more deadly in the box now. But he's also 3 years older than Ekitike. Ekitike could also be deadly in the box in 3 years' time. But in the meantime, he's got all of the capabilities to be a wider player. And he also scores goals. He also creates goals. 22 goals, 12 assists last season, or maybe 14 assists in total. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. Also exciting, by the way. Very exciting. Have I got any more for you? I've done an hour. I was only going to do an hour anyway. What else have I got for you? I think. So this was in Fajaz's. It's not a great source, but it talks about a contract. So it talks about a €12 million contract that Rodrigo's looking for. That's what it talks about with Chelsea, Arsenal, and Liverpool and Tottenham. Tottenham obviously being dismissed, but don't rule out Chelsea and Arsenal. Definitely don't rule out Chelsea. Like Chelsea could just do a madness. Like they just can. Like there doesn't seem to be any rules at Chelsea, which is very weird. It's very weird. There's so much suspect stuff going on at that club. Like selling João Felix for like 45 million to your owners. Like really? Like how is that legal? Like there's got to be some ramifications with PSR, like to do with that deal. Like there just has to be. I also wanted to show you this as well because I talked about this. I talked about Rio being sixth. Sourcing a direct left-wing replacement for Diaz is not expected, as Cody Gakpo can play more often, with Rio Gigamoa, who turns 17 in August, providing added competition. I'm still not convinced. Still not convinced that we get Rodrigo or a Barcola. Like I've never said it. I've never gone, yes, we're going to sign a left winger. We're going to sign a left winger. I've never said it. Never said it on any channel. I've always been adamant that Rio would be the sixth. I said this on Jamie's channel like last year because there was lots of rumours coming out of Anfield that Arne Slot was not going to let Rio go on loan, and he wanted to give him a pre-season, and he sees him being his sixth choice forward. Said it on so many channels. Everyone was like, "Nah, he's a kid. Lamine Yamal's a kid. Like, if they're not given a chance, how can they be Lamine Yamal? They can't be Lamine Yamal if they're not given a chance as a kid. They just can't. Like, this is a different scenario where he's going to come into a team where he's going to be playing with superstar players, and the pressure isn't going to be on him to score all the goals, to provide all the assists. What's going to be expected of him is to basically keep the game ticking along, like make their players tired. Like if you can create chances, but you don't need to go crazy. Certainly don't want him giving the ball away in dangerous positions. Certainly don't want him running down blind alleys. And this is the whole process of becoming that player. And I trust our squad and our team and our management to be able to make that work. And you can already see in pre-season the benefits of him being with the first team. And he's not doing first team training. He's still doing kids training. Like, that's a fact. Because there's been moments where they've actually sent the cameras away when Rio's training, because they don't want people to see how Rio trains, because that could be a secret to our success. I don't know, but it's going to be interesting. So I think Rio will have a part to play, and all that stuff about we're going to sign Rodrigo to replace Chiesa, or we're going to sign Fofana to replace Chiesa. I just don't see it. I don't see it. I see Arnie looking at Rio going, he could probably save us 50 million. Like, he could probably save us 50 million. Like, do we need to spend 50 million on a guy that's going to be sixth choice? And he's only going to play in the cup games here and there. Well, Rio can do that. Rio can do that. And we certainly don't want to block. We don't want to block his pathway. And okay, if he's not in the type of, okay, say we get drawn, and it's a big draw, and we don't want to play all of our youngsters, yeah. And there's a situation where, you know what, this game's probably too big for Rio, but we also don't want to play Cody. Then we might just move Curtis Jones into that position, or we might just put Dominic Szoboszlai out there. You know, there's a situation where we might do something like that. Or we put Kerkez higher up. Or we maybe put Frimpong over there, because Frimpong can play both sides, by the way, in case you didn't know. So I'm just saying there's options. There's options with Liverpool. But I do see Rio as being the sixth choice. And we can go back to the tactics board, which we will quickly before I finish. And we can just look at the tactics board. This is the tactics board. And I don't feel it's changed. It's not changed much for me. So you've got Cody, and this time you put Rio in there. So you put Rio in there. You've got Wirtz, you've got Ekitike. So Ekitike would be potentially, I mean, I do see that being a role. I do see Ekitike potentially playing there, sorry. And even if we did this tuck where we have three players like that, that works. And then you got Frimpong who can bomb on. You got Kerkez that can bomb on, and then you got this box. Well, you could have Grav that could drop in there. You could have Mack that plays here, kind of covers that area, and then potentially Wirtz could drop into there if he needed. And then you've got Mo and Ekitike with the 5. That works. That works fine. Then you push him up, push Grav up. Got these two here, bring these back. There's just so much variation with Liverpool, with this team. Like Ekitike, Wirtz, Salah. You could obviously play this. Obviously play this position. Like, that could work with 2 false 9s. Or even Isaac higher, Ekitike just behind. Mo maybe tucking in here. Wirtz here. I mean, that works. There's so much variation in this team. It's really exciting to see. And then obviously we talked about the 2 false false 9s. You can have Isaac and Wirtz as the false 9. You can just play them like this, which would be unbelievable. Like, that team is just ridiculous. I'm sorry. Just ridiculous. And then you got the likes of this bench. Mamadashvili, Cody, Jones, Endo, Dom, Gomez, Bradley, Robbo, Rio, Guehi. Like, I do think it's Guehi or one other. I do think we get a centre-back in. I really do. But just the depth. Guehi, Mama, Gomez. You've got Dom, you've got Bradley, you've got Rio, but you obviously put Ekatike there. So then you put Gapco in there. Then you've got Curtis Jones for Mac. Then you've got Endo for Grav. And you've got Robbo for Kirkes. And then you still got Trey. You still got Stevenson. Like, you've still got other players. Like, you might keep Stefan. You've got Stefan there. I think Danz and Costas will be loaned out. And then obviously you've got Will Wright, who's obviously just signed. So then you've got Will Wright, who's another player there. So you got so many options. Like, Liverpool, absolutely just star-studded all over the pitch. It's just so exciting. like, Jesus Christ. Honestly, Jesus Christ. Like, it's madness, absolute madness, honestly. Like, and the amount of players that I've put on the chopping block, some of them might even go. Like, we might not sell half of them, so they might all be there as well. Like, it's just madness, absolutely unbelievable. Doak might not go, so you might have Doak. Like, you might have Doak there. Like I know I haven't got a replacement for Salah, but we really don't need one, do we? Let's be honest. There's never any cover for Mo, though, is there? There's never any cover for Mo. That's just the way it is. But absolutely brilliant stuff. I'm gonna leave it now. All right. Amazing show. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for all the memberships. Unbelievable stuff. If I've missed anybody out, I do apologise. Also, big up Mel and Dope for being a member for a month. So you just renewed your membership, which is amazing stuff. It's all about organic growth and having a community. And you guys have been absolutely sensational. Hats off. If I had a hat, I'd take it off, or I'd do something with it. I don't know. But let me just give you a shout out, all the members, and then I will transfer you over to another show, as I always do. But I have got one question for you, because I said I'd introduce this into the show. I said I would introduce this into the show, where I ask you a quiz question. Also, I've had over 200 likes as well, so big up everyone for that. Big up Miss Sky Blue, Aliez, Real Jarrism, Melon Dope, MM, Hayatch, James LFC, Alexander Cameron, Simon T, Colin Blackshaw, Richard Lviv, Real Scouser, Squidley. Who else? We got Oliver James, John Kelly, Liverpool Goals, Daryl Diogo, big up. That's everyone. That's it. And Aliez, sorry, Aliez, missed you out. That's everyone that's tuned in tonight. I'm just going to put the divert on, see who is live, see what lucky person is going to get 250 of you sent over. And there is nobody live. There is no one live. When's Dom live? Dom's live in 5 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna keep you here for another 5 minutes, and then I'm going to send you over to Don and Sam. Okay, I'm going to ask you a question. See if you get this in the chat. Okay, what player has scored the fastest Premier League hat-trick ever? In the chat, who's first? Come on, you can't search. You can't search. How has nobody answered that? How has nobody answered that, Mane? Did you search? I need to know, did you search? Did you do a search because you took long enough? Yeah, it was Mane. 2 minutes 23 seconds. And do you know who he scored the hat-trick against and where he played? No, it wasn't. It was Mane. 2 minutes 35 seconds. 2 minutes 23 seconds. Yeah, so it was Sadio, and he scored it against Southampton. Sorry, he scored it for Southampton, playing against Aston Villa in 2015. 2 minutes 56 seconds. Sorry, 2 minutes 56 seconds. Oh, Villa. Oh, check you out. Check you out. Top notch, Daryl. Big up, Daryl. Big up. It wasn't Andy Carroll. Yeah, he played for Southampton. It wasn't Liverpool. Anyway, there you go. I'll do this every show, by the way. At the end of the show, I'll do a quiz question. Whoever come up with that idea is a genius. It wasn't me. It was somebody else in the chat who came up with that idea. It's a great idea, by the way. Keeps us all up to knowledge. But some of the questions might involve Liverpool players or ex-Liverpool players. So that one I thought was interesting because it was Mane. And it's good that Mane did it. 310 likes. Did I get 310 likes? Wow, that's amazing. Really appreciate that. Thanks. Really appreciate that. So many likes in this show. Okay, so I'm going to send you over to Don Hussam, who starts his show in... what's that? You should know there's always 15 to 20 latency on your channel. Is there? I don't know how I change that. How do I change the latency? Is that something I can go into on YouTube? Yeah, you've got to sign up for that though, mate. If you want to know about that stuff, you need to become a member. Yeah, if you want to become a member, hit the membership. It's 99p. I'll be doing another show on Sunday, but I'll be posting a new video of my trip to Anfield and also the parade tomorrow. So check that out. That'll be going live tomorrow for members only. Okay, so enjoy that. Yeah. Actually, I could do with some inspiration. If anyone wants to send me any stuff they want me to cover on the conspiracies and rabbit holes, put it in the community chat. Just send me a message in the community chat because I read all the posts. Okay, give me some ideas. I'll jot them down and I'll have a look. Okay. Right, I'm finished now. I'm going to send you over to Don. Don is about to start. He's probably going to be late, but that's just Don. Put in Kmack Raid. He'll be very pleased to get nearly 300 people straight over to start his show. So put Kmack Raid in there. And I will see you all later. 21 for 20. R.I.P. Jota. You have a good evening. Isaac is a red. Good night.